What if ants were the size of dogs? Imagine walking outside your house and seeing a massive six-legged creature scurrying across the sidewalk, fast, coordinated, and incredibly strong. Sounds like a sci-fi movie, right? But let's dive into the terrifying and fascinating reality of what could actually happen if ants were the size of dogs. The science might just blow your mind. This is Animal Kingdom Explained, and today we're scaling up one of Earth's tiniest powerhouses, and the results might make you rethink your place on this planet. Section 1. Ant strength scaled up. Ants are strong, like superhero strong. Most species can carry 10 to 50 times their body weight. If humans had that kind of strength, you'd be lifting cars during your lunch break. But what if an ant was the size of, say, a Labrador retriever? Let's do the math. The average lab weighs about 30 kilograms, or 66 pounds. So now we have a 66-pound ant with the strength to lift over 1,500 pounds. That's more than 5 average-sized humans, with its mandibles. And remember, ants don't work alone. Section 2. Swarm behavior gets deadly. Ants are some of the most coordinated creatures on Earth. They operate with military-like precision, using pheromones to communicate, divide labor, and execute massive attacks on prey much larger than themselves. So now imagine 100 giant ants, each the size of a dog, working together to dismantle an entire neighborhood. They wouldn't just be strong, they'd be unstoppable. Fire ants already swarm and sting intruders as a unit. Army ants can strip a bird to bone in minutes. Upsize that behavior, and suddenly we're not at the top of the food chain anymore. Section 3. Anatomy breakdown. Could they survive? But wait, before you run for cover, there's one big problem. Insect biology doesn't scale well. Ants breathe through a network of tiny tubes called trachea, which diffuse oxygen directly into their body tissues. It's super efficient when you're tiny. But once you scale up, oxygen can't travel through those tubes fast enough to keep a larger body alive. So would a dog-sized ant even survive? Short answer, no. Not for long. Unless evolution rewired their respiratory system, maybe with lungs, giant ants would suffocate under their own weight. Their exoskeletons would also collapse without major structural changes. Still, with enough adaptation, who knows? Section 4. Imagine their abilities at scale. Let's entertain the what if anyway. If ants could grow to dog size and survive, here's what we'd be dealing with. Speed. Ants can run at nearly 800 times their body length per minute. Scaled up, that's nearly 50 miles per hour. Bite power. Their mandibles would crush metal. Not metaphorically, literally. Chemical weapons. Many ants use acid or venom to attack enemies. At scale, a single spray could melt your car's paint or worse. Digging power. Giant ants could tunnel under homes in minutes. Whole cities could collapse. Section 5. Global ecosystem impact. Now, let's zoom out. What would giant ants mean for the planet? 1. Ecosystem collapse. Ants are already ecosystem engineers, but if they were massive, they could destroy delicate environments overnight. Forests would be shredded, crops wiped out. 2. Human conflict. We'd have to treat them like apex predators. Cities would need fortifications, entire industries would emerge just to control them. 3. Global food chain shift. Animals that currently feed on ants, like anteaters, birds, or lizards, would be out of luck. Predator-prey relationships would be flipped upside down. Basically, we'd be in a bug apocalypse. Section 6. Could this ever actually happen? So, could ants ever actually evolve into giants? In nature, highly unlikely. Physics, biology, and oxygen diffusion all put a hard stop on that. But in fiction, it's already happened. Think of movies like Them, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, or games like Grounded. Giant insects have always tapped into a deep primal fear, being overpowered by something small and mindless. But in reality, the biggest ants we know, like the Doryless army ants, still max out under 2 inches. So for now, you're safe. Probably. Ants may be tiny, but their impact on our world is huge. Scaling them up gives us a glimpse into how fragile the balance of nature really is, and how even the smallest creatures can become unstoppable under the right or wrong conditions. If you found this video mind-blowing, just wait until you hear what would happen if spiders had wings or if snakes had legs again. So hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications because we're just getting started. And if you're still watching, tell us in the comments, would you rather face one giant ant or a million regular ones? Until next time, stay curious.